Many nonsenses are there in this legal profession. I always under the firm opinion that as my father, a senior advocate of this bar, was telling me that the top death is always vacant and success is not one's own property. Each of you are greatly talented. Each of you has got the chance of becoming a more successful athlete. But how to reach that goal? Is there any shortcut to reach the top position in this profession? With my experience amongst the beloved seniors who are not in this profession, there is no shortcut to success, and success will be followed only by hard work. What is the secret behind success of many seniors and how they led their life is maybe important. You are in the most pious profession. Before practicing as an advocate, you must decide either to pick out or get out. If you want to win the profession, see the end of your effort. If you don't want to win the profession, say goodbye and go to some other field. Therefore, my friends, first of all, have a goal, have an intention, have a plan, have a thought of a journey, long journey. Success is not a thing to stop somewhere. Success, it is a long journey. Every day is part of our experience in this profession. In the beginning of the profession, I know every young kid suffers with lack of confidence. Confidence is the foundation stone to make a journey in this profession. First of all, you love yourself. First of all, you believe in yourself. And you believe that you can deliver goods. You believe that you can do justice to your client. You believe that you can argue in the court of law. You believe that you see the welfare of your client. So, dear young friends, this profession shall be started with self-belief, self-confidence. A senior is not born a particular day. A senior is not suddenly gifted gentleman. A senior is a journey whose journey is close observation of the proceedings of the court, reading records, books, etc. So, my dear friends, before you believe yourself, before you start profession, believe yourself first. Then, you love this profession at the outset. Don't scold the profession. Some people say that I am not getting money. Some people say that I am not getting reach. Some people say that I am not happy. Yes, the struggle period is the master stroke in your life. Unless you have pain, you cannot enjoy the pain. Don't worry about money. Money comes on its own at appropriate time. Then what is to be done? First of all, you must be very thorough in presenting yourself in English language. Why this profession is linked to English language? Right from the Evidence Act, right from the CPC, right from CRPC, right from the Penal Code, those are the books written by not Indian authors, those drafted by Lord Macaulay, etc., etc. So, culpable homicide, amounting to murder, culpable homicide, amounting to murder, Allah blessing, etc., etc. These all have come from the hands of English writers who were ruled by the English people. So, not most, till yesterday, till today, we find Jews in English judgments. That very recently, for about a couple of years, translation has begun from the respective languages of respective states. But I tell you, my dear friends, that we must learn good English. Without basic foundation in English, I don't think you can understand a citation or you can represent a citation before you. To speak good English, what to do? To learn good English, what has to be done? No one is born intelligent, no one is born with English language. It's definitely a foreign language to us. Every day, I suggest youngsters every day, go through apart from our legal journals, go through a newspaper. Why? Because reading is without our knowledge. Unless you go through some journals, newspapers, and some other articles, which articles are written by eminent people, the highest standards. So therefore, they will create such as articles in newspapers. So reading English is one of the requirements in this legal profession. I confess that I am a Telugu medium student until I completed my degree graduation. Then only I joined my law for the first time. I had to go through English journals, etc. My dad has given me a transistor that was in the year 1970, early 70s, transistor, small radio. Only to see that I hear some English cricket commentaries, etc. I never thought that that will be useful to me in my life, but at the end of the day, that is the starting point where I have the advantage of reading English. So please inculcate the habit of reading a novel, a journal, a newspaper, a book, at least by looking into the cell culture has developed. Look at an article of any cell phone, WhatsApp, any measure you expect. So see that you are thorough in your representing in court of law in English. When I joined this profession, that was in the year 1979, we have 25 or 30 seniors and a couple of juniors. Myself and Kiara, some other about not even half a dozen are juniors, whereas about 40 seniors are there. We had the advantage of hearing the senior advocates, senior counsel in those days, and how they open the case, how they take the judge to their court, how they take the judge to travel along with them, and by the end of the arguments, they will make judge such a convenient person that he feels that he could learn a lot from legal perspective. What is the present scenario? Please understand. You show me a handful of youngsters who can construct a sentence in representing a case before a court of law. Everything has grown, everything has been wide, has been long. The presentation is not that much worthy enough from present generation. I am not finding fault, I am telling a way. Of course, there is human and forgive is divine. You should appreciate that we have little interest, more enthusiasm in the profession. So, to convert your interest into practicality, you spend most of the times and spend most of the light lamp for your reading books. Guru is not built in a day, and advocate is not, senior advocate is not a blood, a spark. So, my dear friends, in this profession, somebody may say that you can argue in the mother tongue, you can tell in as you like, but I wish that's not proper. Suppose you go to Tamil Nadu to represent a case, or you go to Kerala to a magistrate court, or you go to Gujarat. What language you will say? We have to necessarily depend upon English only. Then hard work. What is hard work? Nowadays, with all respect to this generation, most of the youngsters straight away coming to the bar without working under a senior. Why a senior advocate is required? Why you need a senior for your learning in this profession? Because a senior is a seasoned advocate with all knowing all the traits of the trick. So I wish my dear youngsters to have a senior, a proper senior, and right from writing pathas, as I entered this profession, my father's brother was a clerk with my father, one Mr. Gopal Rao, my father's brother. And I used to write process. I used to write process, fill up wakalat, copy applications, summons to the witnesses, witness summons, respondent summons, what not. Every hard handwork of a clerk is assigned to me by the gentleman. And he used to scold me whenever I used to avoid, sometimes I used to avoid. He used to scold me, stating that, you fellow, you will not realize what I am telling. In future, when I am not here, you will realize what you asked. So, first begin your profession as a clerk of your senior, and you work as a draftsman in your office. Take notes from your senior. Is a plain written statement, counter, or whatever affidavit, whatever it is. Have a know from your senior, but the mind of the senior is translated into and your attending your senior at his desk is most helpful to you, not to your senior. If you are not there, he will pick up a steno and he will dictate a steno, and that man works for money only. Therefore, he will take monthly salary. But that is not helpful to him, but harmful to you. Sit in your senior's office. I cite an example of Mr. B. Hanumareddy garu, a learned senior member of the board who is known. He is the most hard-working advocate I have ever seen in this profession. He comes to office by 6 a.m. and works up to 9:30, 9:45. Then he takes a break, goes home and having his breakfast or lunch, and comes by evening 6 again sits in his chambers. There are half a dozen youngsters at his office. They will be present by the time he comes to office. By 6:15 they come and they will get on to the work. He will be entrusting work to one junior to see the citations, to one senior to write the diary, to one junior he gives drafting. Why I am telling this thing is that unless you had a good senior, I don't think that you can succeed in this profession. Senior have a place in the heart of your senior, that you are a hard-working junior. I know some youngsters joining a particular office without knowing the gap between him and the senior. He wants to become a senior overnight. That's not fair. You have to sit with your senior, and when my age in the profession is a couple of years, about 40 years back, seniors will entrust locks to his juniors to open the office even prior to he comes to office. And he leaves the office, later he closes the office and goes home. That's how the juniors spend their time in the office of the senior, because sometimes a client comes to his office in a ferocious manner because the work entrusted is not done. He expected immediate result, but we could not at the time because of the paucity of time, we could not attend to it. He comes in such a ferocious manner. How senior behaves with him, how senior tackles that man who came in such a rush, and at the end of the day he goes out of the office smiling. How senior advocate tackles the junior is also very important to youngsters to learn. And I have not gone to the CRPs or Evidence Act, or I have not touched that aspect. I am touching about professional ethics and professional conduct. While touching the topic of ethics, never comment a judge at any place at any point of time in your life. Never comment your rival advocate. Commenting a judge is a very bad taste in the mouth of an advocate. I argued very well with this judge, he did not understand. The gentleman dismissed my bail application. Judge don't have any animosity against you. Judge will feel the facts of the case as a judge, and if he finds that it is not advisable at this point of time to grant bail, he will refuse. There is always an extent. Therefore, my first suggestion to the young advocate is that never comment a judge and never comment your rival advocate. Your rival advocate as well as you. If you are A, he is B. If you are B, he is A. So, we are in such a wonderful profession where we live together for decades together. 20, 30 years we live together. We live together more than with our children. We spend our time here more than with our life partner. So, ethically, we should not comment the judge, we should not comment the rivalry, and we should not cause any worry in the minds of our paymaster or client. But I should tell you one thing. Never assure your client any success. I will get away with it one day. Don't assure. No, I will get acquittal. Don't assure. We will get a suit decree. Don't tell. Never tell our client everything assured, because judgment is not in your hands or my hands, not even in the mind of the judge till he pronounces the judgment. One of my brothers is the judicial officer. While we were discussing at a particular time, he was telling me, before starting dictating judgment, he thought of convicting the accused. While going to the depositions and while going to the documents, he can change his mind and he can acquit the accused at the end of the dictation. So, the verdict is not in the hands of the advocates, the verdict is not in the hands of the judge, the verdict is on the face of the client. So never assure your client any success. Tell him we will work hard, we have got a presentable case, we have got chances of success, but still never assure your client that you are going to succeed. Because, why? Because I tell you, once you assure your client success, he will sit on your head. He will sit on your head. Not only that, suppose he fails, ended in other goes against us, then they would have told me, tell you, had you told me you have managed the judge, had you told me you have managed the rival advocate, had you told me you have managed X and Y. So, never assure success and never say that I will manage the judge, I know the other side. Because the journey you started today will not end tomorrow. This is a long journey. I again tell you that your character will be assessed by hundreds of people in and around you. No advocate is successful without perception of success in his mind by the common man going on. How and why? Because your attitude, your performance, your behavior in the court will be seen by the judge, by the other side, by the public prosecutor, common man, and other clients who came in other cases. So you have to be in your shoes always behave in a decent manner. Then coming to this aspect, I have to say a funny aspect today. I have seen some funny thing I have seen today. Today morning when I came to court, I have seen an young advocate wearing a lalchi and a bell-bottom pant or something like jeans pant like that, and wearing a coat on it. At a distance, I have seen that some magic man has come to court. While he came close to me, I found he was wearing a lalchi beyond his coat, and I asked him, why man, you are not advocate, sir, I am advocate. What is this bloody dress? Who asked you to come to court with this man? No, sir, nothing like. You owe your responsibility. You owe your gratitude to this profession. If today you are called as an advocate, you are praised by the society. If today you are in such a height, that is your profession. That is your profession that is giving you all the credit. Why you are coming with such a nasty dress? Why? Because I tell you, you should be always like a rose. An advocate should be always clean. Whether women advocate or men advocate, be clean. wear good dress, be immaculately dressed. When you love your profession, you love yourself. When you love yourself, you must be always clean. And I have seen a number of young advocates, not old advocates, wearing a loose pant, blue pant, a dirty shirt, and a coat of no worth. Why who asked you to wear all these things? Yesterday, day before yesterday, when I discussion with Mr. Vasista, an advocate approached the Supreme Court wearing a jeans pant. Jeans pant and without any gown. Chief Justice Y.B. Chandrachud banged an advocate. He gave him left and right. Who are you? No, Millard, no Millard, get out. Let us not invite such a situation in your life. Because I always believe that if I am in this echelon, in this level in my life at the end of 65 years of my life, I praise my profession. I have my gratitude. I owe my responsibility. I owe my lifetime commitment to this profession because this profession has given me bread and butter. This profession has given me prosperity. This profession has given my children a good education. This profession has given me well placement to my children. If I am not clean in this profession, how else I am entitled to be in this profession? So, with this, my feel about the profession, now I will take you through the subject matter. It's not art of cross-examination, the art of advocacy. What is the purport of cross-examination? What is chief examination? Is it civil case or criminal case? What is the purport of cross-examination? The purport of cross-examination is to chisel the case presented by the other side, to make the court believe it is a wrong case or a false case. Evidence of a witness is not complete with one chief examination. If a witness is examined in chief and is deferred cross, if some lapse of time he doesn't turn up, the court will eschew the evidence but will not take the evidence into the record. So, the purport of the cross-examination is to make the witness to stand to the scrutiny of the defense put up by you. How you can cross-examine a witness with all confidence? First of all, I tell my young friends, reading is nothing but the foundation of your homework. How to read a criminal case? I got little experience on civil side also. I will also come to that aspect. You have to give. I wish my young friends, if possible, whenever you take up a criminal case, if possible, if practicable, go and see the scene of offense. Scene of offense will tell wonderful things. What you read in the paper might be completely different to the visuals you take a picture in your mind by going to the scene of offense. Even a couple of weeks back in a murder case, I went to scene of offense for a particular place near Chirala. Not because I am not telling because of my going. I am telling because I need to go. I should go. I have to see how scene of offense is placed. If the offense had taken place at night times, is there any illumination? Is there any chance of illumination? Suppose there is illumination which is against us. How to discredit that illumination? So, My dear young friends, if you are doing a criminal case, definitely go to the place of occurrence. Place of occurrence teaches you wonderful things. Wonderful things it teaches you because most of the times police officers who files charge sheet only sign it. They will not read the charge sheet. Head constable or SR police or double eight and somebody else will write the entire charge sheet. You will sign it and throw it in the court for numbering of the charge sheet. So go to the scene of offense as far as practicable. About in a murder case, I tell you, myself and MRC, there is a very typical village by in Santa Maru. We went to scene of offense and we have to run away from there because rebel group is there with sticks, etc., etc. So sometimes that's also a great experience. We have to run away. We had to run away. We went to a guest house there and we were just walking to see the scene of offense. Then people are moving about sticks in their hands. Then MRC said, no, NMD, let us see. So, to have the glimpse of sin of offense will help you along. Then, how to read a criminal case? What are the angles you have to put up in your mind? Is a case of hurt. What is hurt? Injury to the weaknesses, sometimes resulting in death, etc. What you have to see? You have to see medical jurisprudence. Who is the author of first? Who is the command in medical jurisprudence? Which book is in command? Can anybody tell? Modi. Modi Medical Jurisprudence is a handbook which really deserves in the hands of every junior. What is abrasion? What is contusion? What is cut injury? What is gaping wound? What is stab injury? So there are many types of injuries. Nobody will tell you about injuries. Once you become a lawyer, you don't have any teacher. Teachers have gone by the end of your final year. And a client comes to you believing that you are a great performer. Why a client should come to a lawyer? A client can do his own case. Because he believes that we can represent 100% of his case as against his 50% of himself is telling the case to the court. When you are not able to deliver 40%, you are not a lawyer. You are better to give up the wakalat. It is better to give up. So, with the abundant faith and hope that you are a good lawyer, your client will approach you. So, you have to have medical jurisprudence in your hand. Modi Medical Jurisprudence. Modi is author of every medical terminology. Then, contemporary legal proposition. What is contemporary legal proposition? How many youngsters are studying Andhra Law Times and Andhra Legal Digest? How many youngsters are getting? The judgment of a judge is loaded with lots of experience of his knowledge in delivering the judgment. I suggest you, my dear young friends, have at least one law journal. One law journal. It is Andhra Law Times. Don't worry about the remaining. Previously, we used to cite all High Court citations. Now, we are not citing all High Court citations. Supreme Court and Andhra High Court. And Telangana also we are citing. So, I suggest you to get at least one journal, if not two. Reading law journal, you will have one more reason. The terminology you use in court of law flows from your reading of law journals. If I am arguing a case that is men may lie, circumstances may not lie, or quoting all these things in a court of law, the quotations are not mine, the quotations are out of law journals. So I suggest each one of the young advocates seated here together to purchase a law journal. Go on reading it. So reading is no sin at all, and reading is requirement. Unfortunately, recently I am not going to the magistrate courts, but confining myself to the court of session. Rarely I find an youngster doing a criminal case, appeal or criminal case in district courts. So I am not able to gauge the performance of the identity. But I suggest you that reading law journal will give you if you suppose you are reading a particular case, you are studying a case. Suddenly a citation you read yesterday will help you to put the citation before the learned honorable court, honorable judge. Purchasing law journal is very much important. Having 3-in-1, CRPC, IPC, Evidence Act, that is our Bible. To Hindus, Bhagavad Gita, Muslims, Quran, and this 3-in-1 is our Bible. If you look back seniors, every senior will bring this 3-in-1 CRPC to court every day. It is not as though they are not aware about the legal positions, they are not aware about the particular section of law. But the more you read, the more doubts you develop in your mind. If you don't read, no problem at all, no worries at all. The more you read, the more you go into the problems. So, purchasing legal journal, Modi's medical jurisprudence, and reading of legal journals and citations. Then, how to read a criminal case? First of all, when you take up a criminal case, go to the court and see the original documents. You go to the court, take the permission of the court to see original documents, those are filed in court. Then the documents applied to by the police. Accused copy, that's what I mean. Why you need to go to court to see the original documents? You know, police write arrest mahazars, seizure mahazars, confessional mahazars, putting a blank at the regarding time and date in their preparing those documents. Then suiting their case, they fill up those particular area. 5th January, 10:38. That file you can see that. And when the FIR was issued by the court, recently I am doing a case. The offence took place in Kanigiri. Police station is at a walkable distance. And after 2 days I saw the FIR. It was sent by register post, reaching the police after 2 days. Why? Because for register post there is a full day chance is there to police. So at 5:30 p.m. he sent a register post. After drafting an FIR with all discussions with the people. So I suggested my friends to take or ask the court, honorable magistrate, sir, give me permission to see the original documents. See the original documents, see the endorsements. When it was sent to the court, when it was issued by the London Magistrate. So, you have to see, if the hard case, you have to see through medical jurisprudence, delay in FIR, interestedness of the witnesses, conflict between oral and medical evidence, trustworthiness of the witness, interestedness of the investigating officer. These are all niceties you will develop not at a glance. The journey is so long. You may feel a little bit complicated if I am telling you. But at one point of time I am like you. But the life learned me a lot. The reason for food has never learned me a lot. So, in doing a criminal case, you should have analytical reading. You read charge sheet. Previously, even now, people like me will get a copy of charges framed by the court. How many of you getting a copy of charges framed by the court should be in your hands? Like issues framed in the civil court. In criminal court, charges are framed. You have to get copy of charges. Take copy of charges, take CRPC, take penal code, and what is the section for which we are charged, our accused charged. So this is 334, that is 149. 307, that is 34. 498A, 3 and 4 AP Act. Like this, charges will be framed. Take copy of the charges. You file a certified copy of the charges. You need it. You have to go through it. Unless you have a comprehensive look over the entire facts of the case, charges with which your accused are likely to be tried along with, what is the grip you can have on your case? Read 161 statements. Give reading and reading and reading. Put a notebook, point by point. Before commencement of trial, go to entire 161 statements. Wound certificate, seized mahazar. Put it on paper. If you have got any doubt which is beyond your hand, you can come to a senior advocate and you can make a point to him. He will certainly give you a point. So this is how we have to read the criminal record. When you go to the place, nowadays we don't, in those days we don't have cell phones. Nowadays we have cell phones, you can take a photograph of this inner place. You can put it on your desk and read the record. So analytical reading of a record is very much important on the criminal side. Coming to civil side, promissory note, negotiability, what is negotiable instrument act, on what head this promissory note comes, what is the acknowledgement. There is a vast difference between civil and criminal case. Every criminal case by itself is a new case. Every criminal case will have its own problems. Every criminal case will have its own reasoning you have to attain. You have to catch. But coming to civil matters, partial suit, great principle of law, sister share, brother share, mother share. So, criminal case varies from case to case, fact to fact, situation to situation. Series of offences, series of murders. So I suggest my young friends to read a criminal record analytically, because reading, of course, you may not feel good or feel pleasant once you read. But if you go on reading, you will appreciate that suddenly once you start reading records, citations, and everything goes on, your mind will become sharp. Without your knowledge, I'm telling you, without your knowledge, you will become a very good criminal advocate. The society will take you to an end. You will give a stamp on you. That is a good criminal advocate. Why society gives a stamp? Because you do not know that you are growing like in the minds of the common man. But your growth is appreciated by the common man. That's what I told before at the beginning of my lecture. So, society will take you to such an end. I tell you that previously we do have about 10 to 15 criminal practitioners when I came to this profession. Nowadays, the profession is at a crossroads. You have got wonderful opportunity, my dear good friends. Crime has increased. Nature of crime has increased. Variety of crime has increased. Motor accidents, drugs and cosmetics, SCST Act, Anti-Corruption Act, whatnot, Excise Act, number of legislations have come. In those days, only people were very less. So, nowadays, this is Information Technology Act. So the society has boiled, the legal system has its legs and hands going all the way to all extremities of the society. One day you will find that you are number one in this profession. Only for the reason your hard work, your commitment, your principled life. You should have a principled life in this profession. No one will give you a guarantee unless you guarantee yourself. No one will pat you on your back until you are successful. If you are not successful, you will be left alone by the society. I know number of advocates, I don't tell their names. At some point of time, they have reached the glory of the profession, pinnacle of the glory, but because of bad vagaries, like taking liquor and some other bad habits. I know they lost their path in this profession and died at a very young age because of their bad habits. This profession is a jealous madam. This jealous madam will give you a chance to take money from other side because people will try to bribe you. Other side will try to bribe you. I tell you one example. Justice Mannaprabhu worked in my office. For his become High Court judge, I have been getting every pressure from every corner. Everyone comes to me and tell me, I want that work, this work, that work. I said, no chance at all. Because in this profession, I tell you, honest and persons with integrity alone will succeed. Earning money is a slipshod thing. Earning money is as good as doing a bad job. But earning a reputation is very important. So to earn a reputation, you must be clean and you must be honest. So I tell you, my good friends, that be sincere, be honest, be industrious. If you are not knowing of certain things, you can contact the senior. You can talk to a senior advocate, sir, I have got this problem. Now, I am taking you to the actual heading of the day, the art of cross-examination. As I said, till now, you must be enriched with the facts of the case before cross-examining a witness. Even for the fancy's sake, don't cross-examine witness without reading the record. Why? Because you are spoiling your client's life. You are playing with the life of your client who believes you that you will deliver goods. It is not that he is going to get acquitted. It is your hard work. How much hard work you have put on. Whether success or failure, there is a different. You must be thorough with the fact of the case. And I tell you one more truth of the life in criminal side. What all you read in the record is one thing. Once witness enters the box, that is another thing. What witness says after entering the box is a different thing. You cannot visualize at all. I will tell you one example. Myself and Mr. Hamardi Garu were attending a murder case of Markabara. And everything is over, compromised, money is paid, witnesses came to us, we told them what to tell, everything is alright. We are just sitting in the court relaxing. Each witness starting to spell out case of the prosecution. Everything they are telling. We are confused first. We are very hopeful that by lunch we can go home. Each witness was telling about 1 hour, 100 minutes of chief examination. We lost brains first. We are appearing as relaxed. Once witness telling start, I saw the case of Hamardi Garu, he was looking at me. What is this NLP? This fellow came to office today morning and said that he will not tell. This fellow is telling. So then requires courage. Then requires spontaneity. Then requires spark in the mind of the advocate. Somehow we managed to get over. Oh, I'm taking much time in that case. So suddenly situation will change. Never think that witness will speak in your favor until he speaks in court. So when you are thorough in Evidence Act, medical jurisprudence, on facts of the case, then only you will be the master of your cross-examination. If you are not thorough in the facts of the case and niceties of the case, you are going to falter in your cross-examination. I assure you are going to falter. Number 2, do cross-examination with an aim. What the witness has come. What you have to get from this witness? You must have an aim. Don't go for random cross-examination. What is the father's name? What is the brother's name? These are nothing because we don't want his father's name. We want the case result. So random cross-examination has to be avoided. It is very important to know what not to put and what to put to the witness. Sit quiet if you don't cross-examine, but don't ask such questions which goes against you. I will tell you one example. That was around 85, 86 or so. One senior most counsel. I don't want to tell his name. I don't tell also. Its offense took place at night time. The rough sketch doesn't show any illumination there. Scene plan also doesn't show any illumination there. I am sitting beside him. He put a question to the witness. How did you see the incident? Immediately told. There is a house in front of the house of the witnesses. In that night I have seen everything out. Case has gone because had he kept quiet without putting that question, we can argue at the time of arguments that the illumination is not spoken by the prosecution side, so nobody has seen the incident, etc., etc. So, my dear good friends, never put a wrong question or keep quiet, or else keep quiet. First of all, you must know what not to ask in the cross-examination, then what to ask. Number 2, put your eyes into the eyes of the witness. Never deviate your eyes. Put your eyes in the eyes of the witness because you will understand many things from his eyes. If he is telling lies, you will understand. He is truthful, you will understand. No, don't lift your eyes. Look in his eyes. If you get a bad answer, don't ruffle because I know some advocates. If every overconfidence he cross-examines the witness, he gets negative answers. then picking quarrel with the witness, disturbing the court because we ruffle that man behind your paymaster will go to dogs. Don't ruffle the examination. Whether you get a bad answer, take it your stride. Sometimes, in one case, you will be very effective cross-examiner. In some other case, you are a tame cross-examiner, bad cross-examiner. Doesn't mean that you are not having capacity. At times you are slothful, at times you are weak. So believe in yourself when cross-examining witness. When there is delay in a FIR, don't elicit any answer regarding delay at all. Why delay happened? Then he says, I went to my brother's house, he is not there, and that way he will explain delay. So certainly you should not ask certain questions in the cross-examination. Medical witnesses. You cannot play with the doctors because doctors are more at their knowing in human body than advocates. So when the doctor comes to box, minimize your cross-examination unless you believe that you are certain. Then most crucial aspect of the life of a criminal advocate is omissions and contradictions. These omissions and contradictions is a lifetime reading for an advocate. What is omission? What is contradiction? The meaning of these two connotations is witness telling a thing which he deviates from a real statement, whether omission or contradiction. So, many of the youngsters practicing on criminal side, I think, know what is omission. Omission is a statement given in the court for the first time. Omission, which was not stated in the 161 statement, with all anxiety to fill up the lacunas of the prosecution. Either the prosecutor or the investigating officer who attends the court tells the witness that witness stated that both of you have come, so you do tell the same, which is not in 161. Improving the case is omission. Telling other thing which is not available, which is contra, is contradiction. Suppose a witness states that A met B with an X in 161 statement. But coming to court, the PPC finds that it is a lacerated injury, not a sharp injury of the person of the injured. PP tells witness, don't tell X, tell stick. Because that only corresponds to the injury of the person of the witness. Then what do we have to do? We have to take only omission regarding the weapon. Most of my friends brings axe and removes stick. Don't ask about axe at all. He did not tell about axe. He has improved the case to the extent of bringing stick instead of axe. So we should ask that he have not stated to the police that axe, the stick is the weapon that was used at the time of commission of offense. So, omissions and contradictions are the way of the life of the criminal practitioners. So, omissions and contradictions can only be elicited only when, as I have told you earlier, whatever you read, you record in your house, in your office, in your chambers, may not be having relevancy once witness enter the box. May be having relevancy, but may not be having the same set of facts coming from the mouth of the witness. Then, demeanor of the witness is of paramount consideration to a defense lawyer. So the witness, you can understand by your cycle, because of the experience, you can understand what he was telling you. The conduct of the witness, the behavior of the witness, you have to follow him. Unless you follow him, you cannot succeed. Don't put down your head and write down what our witness is stating. See the witness. Only we feel that you have write something, then on the note. Don't take away your view. Don't take away your eyes from the witness. Because I have been observing many entities. When witness is stating, going on writing what he is stating, there is no purpose at all. If you have really read the record, noting down chief examination is absolutely not necessary. According to me, you may differ with me, and I lack the answer. But don't take away your view from the witness. Don't go on writing what is stated. If he states one thing omission, write 0 by 161, write a point to put the witness in the course of class examination. So, this is how you have to do the criminal case. Arguments, mode of arguments. When you open your arguments, before you argue the case, the learned VP will argue his case. Then, you put down the points which were argued against the accused by the learned VP, number wise. Witness is reliable, PW1 is reliable. There is collaboration to PW1. Medical evidence is collaborating injuries of PW1. If you don't have points, then if you want to open your case, whenever you want to argue a criminal case, first of all, you have to submit to the court what are the facts of the case. Sir, these are the facts of the case, these are the facts of the case. So, PW1 is examined to speak about so-and-so, PW2 is examined to speak about so-and-so. So, you must be very clear. When you put up your argument, your heart and soul must be coming out of your mouth. How many witnesses were examined? What exhibits are marked? What PW is expected to say? What PW stated? What is how many contradictions? How many motions? If you were to impress upon the honorable court, you must first of all give a brief of facts of the case. Exhibits marked by the prosecution. Then you have to answer what prosecutor has stated first. Or preserve it to answer at the end of your arguments. Then you have to break up your arguments point-wise. Don't believe your memory power. Memory certainly will cheat you. Don't believe your memory power. Put whatever present arguments you have to place before the court point-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of the arguments, you have to cite citations. PW1, he is so-and-so witness, is not credible, is not trustworthy. His evidence is full of developments, omissions and contradictions. Likewise, each witness, then, what are your points? Delay in FIR. Respected Honor, there is delay in FIR, so. Witness to witness. What PW1 stated? PW omitted to name PW2 in the chief examination. Likewise, we have to canvass before the honorable judge difference spoken by witness to witness, variation from witness to witness. And you have to drive the honorable judge. What is the duty of the defense counsel? Once I asked a senior most criminal advocate. Only one thing is they create doubt in the minds of the court, they identity matter. So a defense lawyer should create doubt in the minds of the court about prosecution witnesses. The what he said is not is so easy to hear, so wide to explain. So a defense lawyer should necessarily create a doubt in the minds of the court by putting forth. The defense lawyer is expected to create doubt. Benefit of doubt is a golden thread running under the criminal jurisprudence. So doubt, creating doubt in the minds of the judge is not what we have to do. But to create a doubt, you must be strong enough in your performance. So at the end of my argument, my endeavor, if you lose a case, don't lose your heart. Winning and losing is part of this wonderful profession. One day, boy, I was arguing a case before the magistrate, that was about near 8 years or so. I thought it's a fifth case of acquittal, the alleged found him guilty and convicted. What are the surrender? He come to my chambers, he asked me, are you worried? Not worried, sir, nothing is coming to me. Why I told? Because once you lose a case, judge will see your face first. How this defense counsel is reacting. The person who killed is good, the person who died is good, the person who pronounced judgment is good, PP is good, why should we worry? That is fate. But whether have we put our efforts or not is the point we have to ponder over. So with this closings, I thank you very much for hearing me very patiently. And it is a journey, it is a great journey with you, my friends. I love you, I cherish forever. And whenever any of you entertains any doubts, even at night time also, you can make a call to me. With my little experience in the profession, I will try to answer you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. See you there in so many